on the back line. The transitional movement's overall a commitment to that vision that is Olof Mellberg. And they are the cleanliness in MLS in that conversation. And when you get to that front line and all the movement, they...
Let him get it. And with that, we're underway. St. Louis in the all-red. San Diego in the all-white. Outstanding.
Eric Ramsey's team much more balanced this year, though certainly their deep-lying defensive nature has relied so much on Yeboah's ability. How's this?
Toysher trying to go over the top. Dos Santos able to recover. Klaus trying to get it over the top to Watts into the penalty area by himself. Boy, he was able to squeeze off a shot from a tough angle, and the save was made by Dos Santos.
Again, Jacques Klaus recognizing that Akil Watts' speed, one of the bigger assets he has in his back pocket. Love how he fends.
Coming up on the 14th. Here comes Toysher driving for it. Long range effort. In the supporter section it goes. It is Hartol, and it's just wide of the target. Dos Santos might have had it covered.
Doesn't hit this very hard. There's just too much space on that near side. You could pick out the idea when they were going to go on the diagonals quickly. And unfortunately for them, it became predictable. So separating yourself from that, trying to be a little bit cleaner with your overall decision.
Get it to that man, Lozano, and he fires a shot off right off the bat. It misses. Toysher maybe a little hesitant to pull the trigger when he had the chance. St. Louis still coming forward, though. Ball driven in toward Klaus. Klaus knocks it off the ground and then up over the bar.
Weak side again. As Luca Bombino crashes on the inside of the box, he eliminates that initial ball.
MLS regular season, AO's Western Conference rival LAFC on Sunday Night Soccer. Here comes San Diego, and one bangs off the post. A left-footed effort from Anders Dreyer. Inches away from a golazo. So both sides have had good opportunities here in the second half. Has touched about every quadrant of the field so far through 67 minutes.
Even more so given the compliment that's next to him. And Conrad Ball, and that's poor ball played in.
Klaus shot straight at the goalkeeper, Dos Santos. Verskov wanted a foul that he doesn't get.
I think on the back end of it, there is some contact in behind Bombino, but you got to continue to play. And they're a little bit slow in their reaction. San Diego FC. To be fair, Jacques Klaus doesn't really get anything on it that's going to test. CJ Dos Santos doesn't move him.
Once again, San Diego looking to play out of the back through this pressure. De La Torre, his pass was off the mark for Godoy. Toyshirt's in. Toyshirt from a tough angle. Look out, folks. Willie. Lozano. Chucky. Still Chucky. Just wide with the left foot.
This one, I mentioned Nate Silva coming central, Nate. All of a sudden,
here it's through for Dreyer. Can Dreyer get there? It's broken up by Lund. Rebound shot. Oh, it's off the side netting.
It actually came off of Willie Camado. He's able to then connect the dots with Anibal Godoy. And that's really where they're able to go to work. Tighter windows that have been.
St. Louis will be a big part of San Diego will be back in action, taking on the Colorado Rapids May 14th. And here's one that finds the back of the net for San Diego. And they have quieted the crowd here in St. Louis. And it is that man, Milan Iloski.
Question was going to be, if he was back to goal and you had to play through his feet in a negative position, how would it look? That doesn't matter here. I mentioned you need to draw Josh Yaro out to allow you to then step into that space. How good is this from Milan Alosky as he comes high, doesn't even have to touch it. Beautiful recognition of the ball slip through to allow Alosky to then release.
Here's a nice little backheel flick into the penalty area, and a good save by Lunt. Good combination play once again from San Diego, looking to double that advantage. And they're still coming forward. Dreyer. Referee says no foul. Back to his feet, Dreyer. Lozano bringing it down. Dreyer. Godoy arriving! Oh, bangs it off the crossbar. Appeals for handball. Referee had a good look, says it was in at the body.
Not worse for the wear, though. As difficult as this is for City fans to watch.
And it's reflected in the match momentum. 14 shot attempts by San Diego, and it could be one more. Dreyer gets past the goalkeeper. It's from a tough angle, though, so he's going to wait for support. Dreyer sneaks it past the goalkeeper and in. And San Diego have grabbed all 3 points here in St. Louis.
It's here first, and you know, one of the things is you don't just run to run, okay? So they do a good job of applying pressure, but as athletic as Josh Yaro is, extremely untidy with his first touch. How do you not get pressure, though, on Dreyer? Everybody in full recovery mode. Nobody tracks back over. Now, you can't fault the goalkeeper for coming over to apply pressure. That is a solid 5 seconds for one of the most electric players in form in MLS to stand on the ball unimpeded with his opportunity to put a nail in the coffin. Credit to Alosky, who sits atop the 18. He holds just for a slight second. Kyle Hiebert.
As Devin pointed out, San Diego have had their difficulties defending set pieces this season, so here it comes. And it's a save by Dos Santos. Rebound shot off the post. Third bite at the cherry is in. It's Kyle Hiebert giving the lifeline to St. Louis.
Had to be. Head up, stay positive, keep moving. That's the message right now after going down 2. The chink in the armor that has been for San Diego pokes itself through once again. What a follow-up there by Kyle Hiebert. Plenty of players up high. The initial deflection, the post, and then the finish. One of the most consistent in a City uniform this season. The only player
And there is the final whistle. San Diego come into St. Louis. 2 big goals in the second half from Alosky.